Hey everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator and welcome back to the Highlands map where we're trying to speed run the castle. It is the end of August, the first day of the save game, and we've done 6 episodes. We're about to jump into September. It has been a very successful month. We have got this field, a wheat field, harvested and swathed, which is awesome, and then windrowed into these piles. We're in the process of baling, but I have an idea about what we're going to do with the straw, so we're not going to finish that this month. Across the road we have our barley field that also got harvested, and we've also picked up all the straw and also plowed it ready for next season. And then over here we've got our beautiful Highland cows that we've watered and fed with our grass field, and our grass field has also been cut and windrowed, and it even got tethered, so we actually have hay here, not grass. So big progress there. But last but not least, we also have our wood area where we have, I'm going to tab across for this, where we have hired a whole lot of stuff. We have this beautiful big semi-trailer and hauling trailer, and that's allowed us to hire this excavator, and we use this excavator to go around our property, around this area of the property, and cut down all the trees that we could. And most of them have been picked up and delivered to our sawmill. You can see there's like a massive stump left over, and they've been delivered to the sawmill. And that's the last thing I want to do today, apart from finishing off the harvest. We'll quickly do that as well before we go to sleep, because the harvest is due the next 7 hours. So we are delivering this, unfortunately, to the other side of the map. The sawmill is a long way. Decided to buy it, and rather than try to pop it onto our own property. In this series, we are predominantly leasing things, and whatever it takes to get to the money point where we can buy whatever the castle wants. So yeah, let's jump across to the sawmill, do this last delivery for the day. And we have arrived. A bit squirrely. The weight of these logs is a bit more than the truck can take. And now we have 42,000 litres in here. Only one pallet. I don't think it's really worth going to the castle just for that. And we're back home. All of our beautiful commodities around us. We organised that in the first month too. We did a lot. Our shed is full over here with the grains. Yeah, everything really has come along nicely. I'm going to park this over in the area where we have a couple more logs to pick up. I think it's some back here. Yeah, we logged this whole area on the right hand side, everything we could with the excavator, and yeah, it only seems to be a small pile left over here at the front, so we'll pick them up at some point. All right, let's finish off the harvest. Yeah, this was a fun job. It's across from the shop right there. I just wanted to see what it was like to hire stuff on this map, and what the bigger equipment is like on this rolling land. And yeah, it was okay. It went up and down the hills pretty well. I did the whole harvesting just freehand. Didn't use the AR or anything. Didn't even use steering assist. And yeah, it went quite well. Up there in front of us is all the our properties. You can see the lines of swath on the ones up there that we own. Let's get this delivered, then we can go to sleep, and then we can get into the focus of today's episode, which is going to be reinventing how the cows are done on the farm. We'll drive down here since we haven't seen this part of the map. Over on the left hand side here is the docks. Gotta be careful with these bridges. They can throw you around a little bit as you hit the verges, and then you can hit the walls, and then it's just chaos ensues. So you have to be a little bit careful. I am YOLOing it a bit and not looking at whether the train is coming. I probably should do that a bit more, at least have the mini-map up. Are you going to stop for me? Oh, it doesn't make any difference. There we go. Yeah, there's a speed hump right here that can be a little bit tricky. I wonder if that boat has a collectible in it. I assume this map has collectibles. We'll have to go do that. Any way to make money, I'm in for. And here we are at the mill. I'm not sure whether I'm going to buy this. I do like to buy the first stage of any production chain, so yeah, it would be nice probably to own the mill. I'm just not sure whether financially it's going to be the right thing to do. There we go, contract's finished, extra 4 grand, not too shabby. Over here is the grate that we would use to use the train, so usually that pays out really well, so I would be surprised to see us use that. Let's get the contract done, active, collect, thank you. And let's jump back home and say goodbye to August. It has been an amazing month. Everybody's happy. People are fed. People are in the silos now, or goods are in the silos. Hello, water. Let's enter the house for the first time. And we're just going to go straight up to bed and start a new day. Let's go for 9 a.m. and get ourselves into September. All right, down the stairs we go. Now the goal of the series is to use leasing a lot, but if there is something in the sales that is majorly good, we will have a look at it. Yeah, none of these are anywhere close to what we want to do. All right, what I want to do is move the cows away from this area and put them into a shed. It's not because I don't like the cows out in the field. I just don't want to waste so much land. What I want to do is I want to extend this field across here and take it all the way over to there. So if we look at the map, you can see in the farmland, yeah, this is right here. So this whole area 50 is risky cow land right now. And I want to bring this into one huge plot and maybe even still a bit more on the left hand side there. So we get something that's going to produce a fair amount of material. To do that, I have installed a mod called Animal Husbandry, and it'll actually move cows from one area to another. So if we put down a shed on the farm property, we should be able just to transfer them between this property and the other property. I still plan to let these guys beef up a bit. We'll sell them when they've got a bit more heft to them. But yeah, my plan is to put down a cow shed. They are huge, and I think the only logical space on our entire farm for it is actually where this shed is sitting. We actually can sell that, and yeah, because nothing really over that direction that we can get rid of. So without further ado, let's do that. We are going to have to move those bales, but we can do that after we have destroyed the shed. So yeah, over here is the space I'm looking at. So we'll sell that, and the goal is to get it into this space. If we look at the cows, there is all these ones that are just for breeding. They don't let you do milk, so you can see how it's got attention. And then the first one, the cheapest one, which is new to Highlands, is 432. That does let you do it. And then there's these bigger ones that they're pretty good too. We do need to make sure that we can get in and out. So there's the driveway thing, and yeah. So I'm actually tempted to go for this new Highland ones just because it's fun. Actually, this one new too. Yeah, it is new. This is the old one. So this is what we would have used on one of our other series. Yeah. So I think I'm going to use this one. We are going to need a fair bit of space and also a fair bit of money. We also have to have enough space left over for the manure pit. So I'm thinking somewhere like that. And so risky, wherever this track is here, or this green corner, it needs to come up to grade. Unfortunately, it will flatten everything, but it won't flatten past the ramp, which means that you won't be able to get out because you can't terraform near something if it's already placed. So what I need to do is kind of find the natural flat area around here, and we'll bring this out, and then the cow barn itself will terraform the rest. And I think that's enough. I think the game will work the rest out. And then I need to use the sloping tool. So what you do is you right click on where you want the top to be. So it's right there. I'm doing it right on the edge. And then you start from somewhere. So we'll start from here and we'll slope up to there. And yeah, that should be okay. It should be enough. I think that should be okay. And then we'll just smoothify this area. So we should be able to, in theory, money's pouring down. I'm aware of that. But we should be able to get something down now. All right, well, let's get these bales out of the way. And hopefully this new pad will do as well. I think that ramp at the end should be suitable for us to get up into the cow barn if the ramp is where I'm standing. And yeah, some of this, maybe it might be wise to get rid of this tree. So let's buy a chainsaw. We haven't done that yet. And chainsaws. And we'll go with my nice dirty one. That's a mod. And we will cut down this. And I'm going to cheat here a little bit, go into this mode, and then use super strength. I'm just going to push this back into the forest. Let's get this out of the way for a sec. And where's my thing? So then we'll use the lumberjack mod to get rid of the stump in the ground. And that should let us merge that down a bit. Is there any other tree that we have to worry about? I do want to push this back as far as possible. It looks like there's a natural line here and this guy's sticking out. So let's also cut this guy down. And we'll use super strength to bring them into the forest. And once again, we'll use the lumberjack mod to get rid of that. And we'll get rid of the some of this stuff too. All right. What are we going to do about these things? I think for now, I'm just going to throw them over the edge with super strength. So I'm going to position myself so like I'm far enough away. And hopefully they will, A, not roll away, but B, also be outside of their construction complete limit. Don't want to be using super strength, but I don't want to waste time. Just going to go get the hauler of the hay just to do risky what is a very simplistic job. All right, super strength is turned off. Let's get this down. So the thing was $430 something thousand. And I think a manure pit's like 20 or 30. So we're looking at $480,000, $500,000 we need in the bank. So finances, let's get our first loan. We started the save game with $500,000 in the bank, like positive money with no loan. So I think doing this isn't the worst idea. Let's get ourselves to just over $500,000. And yeah, $320,000 loan, which is perfectly fine in my books. And let's get this thing down. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I am going to press save in case this goes terribly wrong. And let's do this. Construction menu, cows, and then we're going to choose this beautiful Highlands one. And I think get the angle right. I'm going to line it up with this. That looks pretty parallel. And then yeah, this looks good. I'm trying to push it back as far as I can. And I'm looking at the far end. I'm making sure we have enough space to get a manure pit at the end. You just find somewhere and done. Do you want to customize fence? No, but you can put meadow grass in there. And then while we're at it, I'm kind of happy with that. We're going to put the manure pit. So we can drive around there. That's worked well. This flattening worked okay. Interesting that the bale causes deformation. New asset. Love it. I love how open it is. It looks really cool. I love it. All right, manure pit back here. Yeah, I think this is doable. I think we can squeeze it back as far as possible. The ramp came out amazing. There's a bit of a dip there, but we can probably fix that. Yeah, let's get the manure pit down as well. I think that's going to be... Is it going to be a shed? Silo? No, it's a silo. Here we go. So we've got this new one for Highlands. Pretty simple design. So rotate it so it's that way. We want the very concrete design. We've got this one with the green on it as well. And then we've got the traditional stuff that came out in the original farming sims. Let's go with this. Let's go with green. Kind of matches the forest. It should, I think, deform the land. So if I put a... Oh, you know what? Don't just assume. Just make sure it's correct. So let's pull that back. And silos. Let's go for the green one. And let's put it pretty far back. Done. Did it deform the land? It did. Awesome. So now we have a beautiful manure pit. So we need to get straw into here. We need to get hay into here, which is what we have out in the lands. And obviously the cows. So yeah, let's jump across to the cows and use the animal husbandry mod. All right, so if we go to the animal trigger and activate it, we now get this move animals option. And so we can say, hey, you can see it's in range. So we're on this one. There's only one other one to choose from. But if there was other cow areas, that obviously you could choose it up here. And then we're just going to say, hey, you move. You pay, I believe it's $12 per cow, I think. So we'll just dial these up to 5, which is how many there is of each. And all those guys can get moved across. And you can see they're all moved and they're gone and they're going to be up there. Let's get into the construction mode and get some money back. So we can click on that. Yes. And we now have all that field available to us. I think what I'm going to do is we'll make the field and then we'll just have a natural track that happens across here, as in we'll just destroy the field. But I'll actually have it as a solid field surface rather than having two. That way I can set the worker off. All right, let's find a tractor. Let's go with, how about we go with this one, the JCB. And let's get these guys some, on detach. There we go. Let's get some hay and stuff delivered. Run. Let's do... Which one should we do first? Hey, let's do the hay first, I think. Let's get some food into there, because that's the thing that's stopping them from growing. Up to our grass field with all its lovely tedded hay and also windrow. And I think what's going to happen is, since you can get a new grass yield every 3 or 4 months, we should be able just to continually just keep on cutting this, tedding it, and doing what we're doing it right now. There's no real massive need to bale it and deliver it that way. We'll see how it goes. And a full tank. I love how it automatically turns off and raises the head. It's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of food here. I'm assuming there's more food there than there is actually the need. So we still have 50 grand in the bank. What I want to do is prop that up with castle sales. So we'll do that next. That should hopefully make us somewhere between $50,000 and $100,000. And then we can spend it. Oh no! That lip right there is an absolute killer. Yeah, you have to give that whole area a lot more respect than I'm giving. In the end, I actually couldn't work out how to flip it by itself. I actually had to just use super strength. Mental note, take that corner easier. Now this hay can also go in the sheep. The sheep only need grass by default. but they'll happily take hay as well. So yeah, that field should do us quite well. Let's jump in here, open it up. Oh, I love it. Looks fantastic. And this JCB is about the right size to come through here as well. It's not going to clip through the doors or anything. And we can unload the hay, and that can be their food. See it going in the trough. I like it. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's great to have the proper cows on the land. Yeah, love it, love it, love it. How you going, buddy? You happy? You look happy. So how much did that fill it up? The where are we? Under animals, and then barely anything. So we can do a fair few loads, but importantly, let's just get what's required to make everything happy. So that hay is happening, but without straw, that will get them fed. Without straw, we won't get manure. So there's no point putting down the manure pit if we're not going to do that. So that's actually why I delayed doing the baling over here, because what I'm going to do is pick up a load like this and deliver it, because unlike the hay where you can just dump it on the ground, you need to shred the straw into the cow barn, and we don't have a shredder. And so rather than wasting time on or money on hiring one of those just to shred a bale we just made, might as well just use this cheap Pottinger forage wagon to do the job. And it surprisingly picks up a fair bit of the swath, as in, you know, it takes a fair few stripes to fill this guy up. Now, September is planting month. That will be next time. We'll need to get stuff in the ground. So particularly, we probably could get a tractor going on the field right there in front of us, which we own, and get something in the ground. The plan, I think, at this point is just to put wheat everywhere. Be consistent. Invest in one crop. Has a smaller amount of equipment needed if you just have the same thing across the whole map. I mean, I could put down onions in one field and carrots in another field, stuff like that, but then I need all those different harvesters and different planting heads and stuff like that. So I think I will sell the ones that we've got. There is a beautiful new Highlands expansion cedar planter that can do everything, and I would like to lease that. It's got a nice big head. The only reservation I have about it is whether that New Holland over there has enough oomph in it to do it, but we'll obviously find out. At worst, we'll have to rent a bigger tractor. Man, this is taking a fair few stripes. Wow. What I should do is tell the AI to drive the semi over to the sawmill, but I don't trust it. Yeah, this is going to be good. I'm going to enjoy seeing a big wheat field right here. All the way across there. Yeah, we'll go all the way across the road right here. And maybe even this one in front of us will also do, because, yeah, it's land we own and it's land wasted if we don't get it in. Spacing's come out well. This is still quite maneuverable. The barn isn't too close. And so rather than seeing it go to the feed trough, you will see it go over here. Let's see if I can see it for you. Yeah, over here, see? You can see it bedding in. And so, yeah, that gets mucked into the grates below us. And then that gets turned into manure. How you going, bud? Should we get a selfie together? Hey, bud. Aww, you happy to see me? Alright. Did that finish? I assume it did. Let's just turn the engine off. Perfect. So yeah, we've got 16,000 litres of food and straw in there. That's enough to keep them happy. And yeah, we do need to buy milking cows. Let's do that next before I forget. And then to finish off, we will do the castle and call it the end of the episode. Quite the episode. There we go, this one. Let's go. Animals that are healthy in 18 months can reproduce. At what age do they make milk? I think it's the reproduction age. So, yeah, I think we just need to go for this straight away. Let's go for what we can afford right now. So we'll go for 50. Because there's no point having a barn and not using it. And that will... Actually, we can't afford that. What we need to do is go to the... we can just afford that. We'll get 40. And then once we've gone to the... castle, we'll have some more money and we can buy the rest. So let's have a look at those guys. Where are you? There you go. There's one of those. Everything is awesome. Mixture of people. Yeah, so we'll have to keep an eye on the Highland cows and sell them as soon as possible. All right, let's get into the truck. We'll lift up that back thing and get across the sawmill and get this loaded up with timber products. All right, let's get this thing loaded up. We've got our beautiful Manitou here for this exact reason. Nice and heavy, really good at getting this type of stuff loaded up. It's got nice wide forks. Let's get this out of the way. The wood chips, they are going to be worth absolute bank. I think what I'm going to do is maybe try lifting them up and seeing if they pour into something else. I think in theory, if you put them over a trailer, they should just drain out, and then we can just deliver a bulk goods thing rather than them as individuals, because they are so small. They are going to be annoying to load up. I don't know where you would sell them. We'll have to work that out. Hopefully this thing just keeps on spawning stuff. Look at the fork angle right. Because the more we have, the more money we'll make. Oh, good. What I should do is move forward and be patient and see if anything spawns. But too high is enough. I don't want to go 3 high. And what I'll do is I'll put them like that. And then we'll just push them across with the next set. And we have a couple of these wood chips left over. I think I will stack them into 2 piles, like on top of each other. And then we can hit the road, make some money, and buy some more cows. Yeah, next time should be fun. We're going to have to do a whole lot of field creation, and while we're doing that, we can get the AI to start doing some planting. We aren't exactly at the financial position where we can have like 2 tractors and 2 planters, like doubling everything up, but hopefully we'll get there. From a speed point of view, it helps everything. It wasn't the most elegant thing, but we got there. All right. This should be out of the way. And 28,000 still in there, which is good enough for another day. Let's head off and find the castle. Look at the map. Actually, I'm going to look at the big map. Let's do it this way. So we're here, and the castle is here. So basically, we have to go down this road. Yeah, so the question is, do we go this way? Or do we go down this way? Now, I'm worried that if I go this way, this might be really narrow for the truck. So yeah, I think we might be better off going this way. The swing distance on this is terrible, as you can see right now. You can see how it's just not dragging across. So all the corners you take have to be done really wide. So yeah, let's go down the left way. I do know there is a stone bridge there. We saw it when we picked up the water. Yeah, some nice wide turns. Yeah, it's just going to have to be a very cautious drive. It gives us a chance to check out the town. Very cute. Well, it has a Kinlake on the sign, so that's good news. I did install a mod in preparation for the next episode. The water tank has water in it, and there's actually no way of getting rid of water out of a tank by default in the game. You actually have to reset the vehicle and put it back to the shop, which is a little bit So I actually have installed the sewer mod, and all it does is put down a sewer plate, and then that becomes a dropping spot. You don't get any money for it, so it's not like it's a cheat or anything. So once we get to the point where we have milk, what I'll do is I'll put down that mod, and then we will hopefully be able to dump out the water that's left in that hired tanker, and then we can get the milk out. That went really well. A bit of caution through the fog. Yeah, September's going to be a busy month, much like August was. It had a lot of things to do. But once we get through September and the planting's done, I think we'll be rushing through the months. It'll just be a little bit of logging, making sure that the sawmill is getting its 18,000 per day. And then it should be just fertilize some fields, stuff like that, and then sleep. And so I expect us to get through the next couple of months after we've done the planting, which is probably going to be like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, probably 1 episode. Then we'll rush through, and before we know it, we'll be in harvest season. But more importantly, hopefully the castle has made progress, and we'll find out what we want to do next. My guess is it wants something more than just wood. Like stone would be the obvious thing. No spoilers, people. Get that up here. Come on, truck, you can do it. You got this. Yeah, it's quite the climb. I love these new tents. They've added tents as a farmhouse. Great early game thing. Up to now, there's been the need for mods to put down like sleeping bags and stuff. So yeah, it's great to see that. I assume since the brown sign's here, it's up here. Yeah, this looks right. We might have been able to go around this backside as well. We'll try to position this so that we get one single sale point, or one figure. Yeah, look, there it is, the castle. We are about to recreate you. So hopefully with the way they're all packed, I can get everything at the same point, and if I unstrap, boom, $60,000. Okay, not as much as I'd hoped. I was kind of hoping more for like 70 or 80. Where are we from a materials point of view? So if we look at the bottom right corner, it's got its 2,000 beams. There's 5,000 in storage for the long planks, like spare, and 3,000 spare for the wood beams as well. So yeah, they'll be happy for a while. It looks like maybe 1 minute, 1 liter, maybe, I'm guessing. So probably a day until those get consumed. So hopefully tomorrow it will consume the rest. We will just continue to deliver stuff. It will be basically 18,000 litres of wood produced into some type of timber product per day, and if these guys don't want it, someone else will. Right, so let me get this back to... Yeah, it's probably can go back to the sawmill, and then we can buy some... then we can buy some cows. You know what? This truck is way faster going downhill than it is going uphill. Able to get to over 80 kilometers per hour, so that was pretty cool. I was just thinking about the price. We've only done about 18 hours of production, not 24. So yeah, we should have maybe another 20 grand per day. So yeah, we can kind of expect to get maybe 80,000 per day plus whatever the wood chips are. All right, let's jump across to our farm. Finish the day off by buying some more cowsies right there. And we'll get this, and then we will just, if we go to the left, it gives you the max. Let's finish it off. We'll get this all the way up to 86. Buy. And then out of interest, is anything worth selling? So if we choose this guy, yeah, I'm wondering whether we should just get rid of these. No, let's let them grow up a bit. Let's get them to like 24 months or something. I don't know what the max is. I don't know what their theoretical price could be. But yeah, that will be the end of the episode. Between this episode and next, I'm going to go around and just pick up a whole lot more hay. We'll finish up we'll fill this up with hay. And same thing with straw. I will go over there and pick up the rest of the straw and fill this up with straw as well. So yeah, next time we will jump into the fields. And what you see in front of us, where my head is, will hopefully become a wheat field by the end of that episode. As always, don't forget to press a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to press subscribe to see more of this action. And we'll see you next time as we try to get that castle done ASAP. Thanks for watching, everybody.